Hello, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Either early Thanksgiving or late.
I guess, depending on when you're listening.
Depending on when you're listening. Happy Thanksgiving from Kiki
and Sarah
on Calling the Shots. We are doing a whole little Thanksgiving special for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still, I feel like, recovering from the wedding. Do you have any other life updates?
No, just honestly, I've been working so much. Second, and I kind of mentioned this last episode, the second I got home, I worked and worked and worked. And so it's nice that I get a little break for Thanksgiving.
Yay.
So
thankful for a break.
Yeah, literally.
Same,
but
honestly.
I was actually really excited for this episode. And you're the one who came up with the idea. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this.
Okay,
so,
good. I'm glad.
We're doing like reasons we're thankful for sports. Or
yes.
Things in sports that we're thankful for.
100%.
Kind of all around that.
And it's so fitting for us because I think the reason why we love sports is not even like the technicalities of the game. It's other things. So very excited to share that with you. I did want to say before we get started that when you have more time, maybe this week, when you have a break, I think you need to watch the Beckham documentary.
Oh my gosh.
You haven't watched it, right?
I haven't watched it.
I assumed you had it.
I almost downloaded it I meant to download it for my flight back from the wedding.
Isn't it the worst when you forget to download something?
Here's the thing. I was so tired, though, that I literally slept the entire... Like, I didn't even put my phone on airplane
You wouldn't have watched a single second of that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't because I would have fallen asleep. So I will for sure, yes.
Because I watched it and, like... I'm the type of person... Oh, I also started One Tree Hill. One thing at a time. So
hold on, wait. Beckham first.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the type of person who, when I go to the gym, if I'm doing stairs or on the treadmill, I want to be watching something.
Same. 100%.
It completely takes the time away from me.
Same. And it has to be something good. Like, I have to be so invested in it, because if I'm not invested in it, then, like, it's going to make it feel even longer.
That's what sucks when I watch One Tree Hill right now, is because during commercials, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the longest minute and a half of my life. But Beckham's on Netflix. Yes. So, there's no commercials.
Yeah.
And it is so interesting. I did not know a ton. I knew, like, the basics. Like, played in England...
Bend it for Beckham. Bend it like Beckham.
Bend it like Beckham. Yeah. That's what they say. Was the first real name to play in MLS. Yeah. So, like, for me, I was like, Major League Soccer, like, I have to watch this.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting because it also talked a lot about just, like, him and Victoria and their dynamic.
Love that.
And they are everything to me.
I'm so excited.
But they, like... I feel like they're, like, pretty real about it, too. Yeah. So you need to watch it. Tell me what you think. It gave me, like, a different perspective, honestly, where I was like, wow, I didn't know he was like this, honestly. Like, this is really cool. And it goes all the way up until, because, like, he owns Miami now, you guys. In
where
Major League Soccer.
Messi
plays. It goes all the way up until him signing Messi.
Oh, wow.
So it is, like, up to date.
Love that.
And it starts from him as, like, a child. So... You should watch that because I think that would be fun to do a deep dive on because, like, everyone, like, David Beckham, Victoria Beckham, again, hello.
They have children now.
Yeah. Spice Girl.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
She was an icon in her own right.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't even, like,
I forgot about that. You, like, forget.
Yeah.
And so... Wow, guys, it was just like it was really interesting to me, and I don't want to build it up too much because I know I do that for you sometimes. I'm like, it's the best, and you're like, it was good. Like, so okay. Maybe just go in.
No, but I love this. Is like seeing this side of sports is so interesting.
Yeah,
so
and you're a soccer girly.
Yeah, I am.
So I feel like you would enjoy it.
I
think it was cool because there was a lot of things I learned, but then it was also like because like we're all like Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. They were the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift before
of their era. Yeah.
Yes, they created that.
Yeah,
you know,
love that.
And like even him, like athletes doing like being famous and like doing stuff outside their sports and ads, whatever. He kind of started that, so it's just really, really interesting.
Okay,
I'm
excited.
I think you would enjoy it. Go in with an open mind. It gave me a different perspective on things, I will say. So I just want you to watch that, and then I'm sorry because I'm going off right now.
No, I'm glad.
I needed to tell you that I'm also watching One Tree Hill.
Yes,
so
your thoughts.
Yes. Well, I'm like 7 episodes in, 8. My best friend, which by the time you listen to this, Emily, I swear I'll be further than 7 or 8 episodes in. She texted one of our other best friends and was like, it'd be really fun, like, if we watched a show, like, at the same time. And then we could come together and watch, like, season finales or, like, stuff like that together sometimes.
Yes, love that.
So we kind of went back and forth on what show. And then my friend Riley was like, oh, we should do One Tree Hill. Yes. And I'm in it, man. This is what
so fun?
Early 2000 dramas are made of.
Okay, I'm so glad. Literally, when you said you hadn't watched it, I was shocked because I was like, this is so, like, Kiki's vibe.
Totally. I've just never really, like, had the desire. Yeah. Do you know, like, I'm the same way with Pretty Little Liars. I've never seen it. I just, I'm like,
COVID, I watched it all the way through. Because,
I was just like, I needed someone. This one is like, I feel like it's a drama, but not like, anyways, it's good.
It's different. So, and it's kind of sportsy.
It is kind of, I literally was, as I was watching it, I was like, maybe I need to be the Scott brothers for Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said this in one episode, I think. I've been Troy Bolton.
Yeah.
I've been Tim Riggins.
Love that.
And now I'm like, maybe this is one of my next fictional male sports characters.
Love that.
From a teenage drama.
Support it, 100%.
So anyways, I'll let you know as I keep going. I will say, because remember how we brought up Sophia Bush?
Yeah.
With the 2 soccer players and all the
drama.
The
triangle happening.
The love triangle. That's, I mean, I guess it's not a triangle because divorce. But anyways, I don't like her character.
Yeah, I
don't know if it's because I'm so early on or if because I know how she is in real life, but I don't like her.
I remember her being annoying.
Okay, cool.
So,
cool.
And I need to rewatch it, honestly, because I watched it, like, freshman year of college, I want to say.
It's been a minute. Not to age us.
It's been a minute. So I probably need to go back and rewatch it. But, yeah, I remember her character having her moments where she was just like so annoying.
And I know sometimes in season 1 people are worse than later on.
Yeah, the character development does happen, but I remember her like still doing things. I'm like, why?
Like, why are you like this?
Yeah.
But seriously, I watched the first episode and I was like, this is sports teenage drama. I love it.
Yeah. Here for it.
Excuse me. So I just had to tell you that. I was like, no, Sarah,
so glad,
has to know
so glad you did.
Anyways, I'll keep you posted as I go on who I love and hate in the show.
Okay.
But
and I will hopefully by the next time we get together, I've watched at least part of the Beckhams.
It's like a docu-series.
Okay.
So cool. I think there's like 4 episodes, but I was like,
I can run through those so quick though. It's
honestly,
crazy.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. Yeah, watch it. Let me know what you think, and then we'll talk about the funny parts of it because there's a lot in there, and we could break down the Beckhams.
Yeah.
Icons.
Cool.
Sorry, I had to run you through that.
I am here for it. So
this is not one of the things that I put on my list of what I'm thankful for, but I will say I am so thankful for like sports documentaries, sports TV, even like
so true.
Even when it's like this where it's like a basketball teenage drama. That's so fun to me.
Yeah.
Like or like Friday Night Lights. Like I love sports entertainment and whatever, right?
Ultimately, like that's what sports is about. It's there to entertain and like help people not necessarily forget about what's going on in the world, but give you an outlet.
Totally. I so agree. And I will say, like, I feel like it's just like anything in life. Like, I even think about my mom and, like, when I worked at BYU before I worked at BYU, she was, like, didn't really care about football, right? Like, she just wasn't, like, it was just, like, whatever. I come from a soccer family, okay?
Yeah.
But, like, when she got to know the players and the ups and downs of their own lives and, like, you just
their stories.
Like, it becomes more than just a sport. It becomes entertaining. It becomes... Anyways, I will just kind of transitioning into us naming our things. I didn't write that as one of mine, but like in general, it's just so fun.
Yeah, honestly, this wasn't the first one I wrote down, but I feel like it goes with it, is like learning about Tim Tebow growing up is what like inspired me to go into sports.
Yeah.
And like seeing his story and where he came from and the like impact he had on like millions of people was just so crazy to me, and is something that makes me like so thankful for sports. Is like Tim, you know about him, Florida Gator quarterback. And when he was there, he's notorious for writing like Bible verses on his eye black that he wears. And it like drew millions of people to like look that up and like learn about what it means and like what Christianity is. And like him praying before games became like this huge thing where people all over the country were like kneeling to pray. Maybe they weren't actually praying, but like that concept was like, wow, he had such a big impact and like uplifting impact on people that I just loved it. And so I think that's like probably one thing that I'm so grateful for is just like the players and the people. And he's not the only one. There's so many players that use their platform
to you
personally to me, that use their platform for good and like the resources that they gain from the sport for good. And I just love that about sports because we need more of that.
There's a greater impact. There's a greater impact from like these games, these athletes, these coaches, these whoever, than just the sport they play.
Yeah.
And when you get into the sports world, you realize that.
Yeah.
And it makes it something that's special.
Yeah. And I feel like it brings people who aren't even huge fans of football or huge fans of a certain sport, having that personal like part of it, like being able to see those people's personalities and what they do outside of the sport, like is what brings people to the sport. And then connects, you know, and then inspires you to maybe go and try to do something because you see what they're doing. So
yeah.
That's like probably my first thing I'm thankful for. It's just the players and getting it, like seeing the good people and them doing good. Yeah. I guess.
No, I think that's like such a good way to start off because I feel like that's honestly such a good way to get into sports. It's just like caring about those types of things.
Yeah.
Something I wrote that I love about sports is it always pushes you to be your best.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a lot of that is whether it's like on your field of play or whatever you do. Like for me, I grew up a gymnast, and so you're literally striving for perfection, and they're telling you
the perfect 10.
You're striving for that perfect 10, and you know, that's kind of difficult sometimes, but also I think it just always pushed me to like work harder, always pushed me to be better in like the actual sport I was doing. And I see that on like at every level with every sport. But I think it also pushes you to like be a better teammate, to like be there for people. Like I work in like digital sports media, right? Like I'm in social media, and I'm always like, okay, how can I cover this game in like a new way? What else can I say? What else can we as a content team show? I feel like it's not something you can come in, do your like 9 to 5, whatever, in any aspect, like in any way. I think that's something that's so cool and unique to me.
Yeah.
Is that you have, I don't know, like you just have this ability to like reach new heights. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that's really special, and you can do that in anything. Obviously, it's not just sports, but when there is a final score, when there are people that are rallying right next to you, people cheering you on, people you're playing for. Oftentimes, you're not just playing for yourself. You're playing for your family. You're playing for your team. You're like, you're playing for your fans. Like, it really does push you, I think, in like a really unique way. And I just think that whole concept is cool.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. And I feel like this is more like specific, but kind of started my love for sports and like that idea of pushing yourself.
Yeah.
I had a coach. I don't even think I've ever told you about him, but my rec soccer league, I got thrown into sports really. My friend was like, "Hey, you wanna play?" you want to come play on like a rec soccer team with me? And I said, sure. And that coach honestly became like such an important person in my life. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
don't be sorry.
He had that balance of like pushing me, but not to the point of like breaking.
100%.
And he passed away like very suddenly when I was 14. And it like really impacted my life. And it was the first like loss that I ever had. And I don't know, he just inspired me to like, and wanted me to like keep going and playing for him and in honor of him. And like, I don't know, just like the coaches can have such an impact on your life.
Yeah.
In a good or bad way. And he like really impacted me in such a good way and like was the reason that I was a goalie and like really fell in love with soccer is because he like just loved us like his own. And it was like really sad when he died. I'm sorry. I'm like, I got so emotional. I didn't mean to, but
it's only natural.
He just had such an impact on me and made me want to like keep going and keep getting better and seeing where it took me. And that love for soccer led me to want to like work in sports and kind of be where I'm at today. And so like, if you're a coach out there, literally teaching little kids, it could be at the smallest level, like you can have like such an impact on someone's life. And like to this day, like I constantly think about him and like the reason I got into what I wanted to do was because a big part of it was because of him. And so I'm grateful for him and for coaches who like really love the players, but also like finding that balance between like pushing you and like trying to get you to be better and be your best and like strive for that for that perfection that happens in sports, but also like treating you like a human, like a daughter or son or like a family member is just like that part of sports is like so special too.
Yeah, I think I am so glad you shared that because I saw you had something about this written down just so we didn't overlap too much. And when you wrote a coach down, it's like, I feel like anyone who's been in sports, the hope is that you've had a good coach. Yeah. And if you have, because there's a coach that comes to your mind. Yeah. And that was me growing up where I had this gymnastics coach who, pushed me to be my best, but pushed me to be my best self, not just my the best gymnast or whatever.
That part.
Pushed me to be the best version of myself. And I think I coached gymnastics for a few years and there's a reason I loved it. And it's because the connection between an athlete and a coach and a kid and a coach, it's so special. Yeah. Like there's special relationships with like teachers and other people and whatever, but I just like definitely that coach kid relationship is something that I feel like there's other forms of it, but it can't be replicated. No. It just can't be.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same. And it breaks my heart because you do hear about kids who had terrible coaches and ruined the sport for them. I have friends in gymnastics, like not where I grew up and did it, but like in the gymnastics world that is really big because it is like strict and tough and whatever.
And it's very individual.
It's very individual, so it's like you can pick on someone pretty easy. But there's just something special about a special coach. Yeah. And the like impact they make on your life is like truly forever. Yeah. I remember when I said that I was leaving, like literally some of my kids crying. Yeah. And to me, I was just like, oh my gosh, like it's just
you don't realize it until it's gone.
You don't. And I think I'm so glad you said that because to me, like having been a coach and having been coached, like that is something that I just like can't stress the value of enough.
Yeah. And I've had experiences with bad coaches. Part of the reason why I didn't become a dancer was because I had a bad coach.
Which makes me so sad to hear that. That's how things are, though.
Because, like, who would have known, like, where it would have gone? But, like, literally then seeing, like, what it's like to have a good coach changes everything. Because then you know what you want in a coach, if that makes sense. Because then going on from that, I had different teams that I was trying out for. And finding someone that was a good coach similar was something that was on my mind and then helped improve like my experience.
Yeah.
So that's my other one is just I'm thankful for coaches.
I love that. No, it's so good. There's so many heartwarming things I love about sports. Yeah. And I was kind of trying to think of like which direction I wanted to go with this because I could honestly I feel like there's lot.
So many things.
there's so many things.
Like a few.
But just like the inspiring element of sports where you can be a no one and become a someone.
Yes.
I think that is so cool and special where no one can know your name and yet all of a sudden you like make some big play or a breakout player and everyone knows who you are. And it's not really about everyone like knowing who you are as much as it's about like your hard work paying off and it getting recognized by everyone. And I think that's cool because that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
And like one example, I think that honestly, there's a million examples of this. Yeah. But Josh Allen is a quarterback for the Bills. Mm-hmm. And he sent an email with a video link of him playing quarterback, playing football to over 1,000 colleges in the country. Yeah. Just saying, like, please take a chance on me, basically. And asking them to give him a scholarship offer. And the only team that responded was Wyoming. And that's where he went to college. And he is now the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And I just think even that is crazy where it's, like, so inspiring that, like, this kid who was just straight up sending emails to colleges, like, is now a huge name and face in the NFL.
Yeah.
Also, literally dating a singer pop star. Like, he's living his best life.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, if you get an opportunity, like, if you get an opportunity, you can make the most of it and make all your wildest dreams come true. Yeah. And that's like, that's the dream.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And you see it so often in sports. Mm-hmm. And, like, it gives you that platform.
Yep.
It gives kids the opportunities to make something out of themselves, which I love. Michael Oher is another one that we all see.
We all see.
Came from literally nothing and was given an opportunity, and he took it. And, yeah. So.
No, I think that's and even, like, you hear these players that's like, I came from a rough neighborhood. I just want to be able to buy my mom a house. Yeah. I just want to, like, it gives you a chance to be something you couldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can go and work hard and do a bunch of things, but, like, the money in sports is crazy.
Yeah, it catapults the platform
in sports catapults you. It's a really unique thing.
Yeah.
And I think it lands particularly well in sports.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
The other thing, which I feel like these all kind of
flow together. Yeah.
But just the way that sports can bring the most random people together.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy. You see it in the Olympics all the time. How many times did, like, there's major wars going on, but, like, the entire world comes together for this huge sporting event and, like, can do it somewhat peacefully. It's just, like, so crazy that, like, that can happen in sports. And, like, on a smaller level, I'm like, I swear it was, like, a spiritual experience when I went to, like, a Florida Gator game and experienced in the third quarter, like, that break that happens. They're known to sing I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty, I believe his name is. And, like, everyone turns their flashlights on. They shut the light, like, the lights go dim, and everyone in unison's, like, screaming the song at the top of their lungs, like, in support of their team. And I'm like, I don't even know the person standing next to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, that's just such a crazy concept to me. Like, I probably won't see that person ever again. But, like, the fact that sports can bring people together to, like, be unified in something is just so special and, like, so crazy to me. And it's just another reason why, like, we should be thankful for sports. You know?
No, I literally couldn't agree more. I agreed so much that I was like, I also have to put community as my, like, third one, my final one. Because I think for me, something that was, like, really, as I look at, like, what even got me interested into sports was, like, I was, like, again, I grew up in a soccer family. I didn't really like go to American sporting games.
Yeah.
My grandma's from Argentina. That's all we cared about and were raised on, right? But I feel like I hadn't been to like big games. And when I was in high school, a bunch of my friends were like, oh, we're going to a Giants-A's game.
Yeah.
And it's San Francisco, Oakland. So it's like everyone comes. It's big. Like Battle of the Bay vibes, like very fun. And I remember it was like not even during the game. I think we were literally like doing the wave or something in between innings or whatever. Yeah. And I just genuinely remember sitting there and being like, I want to be a part of this. Yeah. Like, this is something that like this is so dumb because it was literally doing the wave. But it's like, this whole stadium is all like, we're all coming together for something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that happens on, like, the simplest of things. Like, did I send you this meme that was like, you'll ask, your man can't pick out an outfit or, like, doesn't care what he wears, but somehow 60,000 people can coordinate one thing when it's, like, a striped stadium. Like, it's...
They each have to wear a certain
color. Like, literally the unity that comes from it and the community from that.
The passion.
Is so crazy. And I think it just allows people to, like... to connect. You go to a game, you're sitting next to a fan that's the same team. You already know you have something huge in common and you're going to like bond with these people.
Yeah.
I went a couple weekends ago, my boyfriend and I were like grabbing burgers at this like sports bar and they put the Utah game on and a bunch of Utah fans were there and he's a Utah fan. And he's always like, he's not one to just like... he's outgoing, but he's not one to just be... he's outgoing, but he's also not one to be like, oh, what's up, guys? Like, whatever. Yeah. And as we're leaving, he's just like, go Utes, guys, am I right? And they're all like, go Utes. And I'm like, see, what are you talking about? Like, you do that stuff? And he was like, this is different.
Yeah.
These are my people.
Yeah.
He's like, I haven't met them. I don't need to. They're my people, you know? And
you already know.
You already know. And I just think that's something that's so cool and initially, like, drew me to the sports world.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen that as we've worked together and like gone to different games and done different things. Yeah. Like people feel connected to you immediately.
And it's crazy, especially with BYU, like there's fans all over the country just because they're affiliated with the church.
Yeah.
And like you'll go to the most random places and people are like wearing BYU stuff and it's just crazy to see like BYU's in Provo, Utah, and I'll be in Florida and I'll see random people and be like, hey, like go Cougs or whatever. And I just think it's so fun that like people have that, like I said, as an outlet from all the craziness in life to be able to connect with like a random stranger about something as like random as a sports team.
100%. And you can be like shy or feeling alone or having a heart. Like that sounds corny, but you literally like then see someone and it's like, oh, cool, we're tight.
Yeah.
It's a community. I just like, I know that happens with like artists and stuff too, but like, it's just with sports, it's like so reoccurring. And so like, we're on this emotional roller coaster together.
Yeah.
Like we are in this together.
Yeah, they're competing for something.
Yes. We're like, or if it's a tough loss, it's like, hey, we'll get them next time, right? Yeah. Like, you know, it's
always next year.
Yeah, there's like there's like a support system there. And there's like also fun rivalries. Like it's fun. It's like, hey, like you might see, I don't know, BYU fan might see someone and be like, go Cougs. And it's like, oh, so we're enemies.
Yeah. Like, oh, so like we don't get along. Alabama Auburn is a huge one.
100%. But like I think that even that element of it is like fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just cool to me. Like, I just think it's everyone loves to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And you're immediately a part of something, but not on your own.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a cool experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. That was great. That was awesome. We only wrote 3 things down because we knew we would talk for a while on those things like we did. But honestly, I think this just came to my head. But like, speaking of community, I think like, Sarah, I'm so grateful that sports brought us together.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
don't make me get emotional again. I already cried once this episode.
I at you. But like genuinely, like you are a friend that I've had in my life for years. And, you know, I didn't leave on the best of circumstances when I left where we were working together. But when you were there, like you were my safe space there. And it was sports that brought us there. And it was sports that brought us together.
Who knows if we would have met otherwise?
I don't even know. Like I was graduated. Like, you know, I don't know if I would have been hanging around college otherwise. So I think even honestly, like this podcast, but like our friendship is just like a great example of that. And you're just like a relationship I will forever value in my life. And I'm just grateful that sports brought us together.
Yeah, 100% agree. Couldn't have said it better. I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful that like I got to be a part of this with you too.
Yeah.
And like seeing like your growth, you know, and like we've come so far, like as people, like just in our careers, in our personal lives. Like it's been so fun to see and like get to experience with you. And I'm grateful for, you know, the people who listen to us. And I hope that like you find this maybe as your outlet, or this is your connection to sports, and that you can connect with other people because of the things that we talk about. Like that's our whole goal, is to like bring you into the sports world, not just in the technical stats of the games.
Yeah, in the stories, in the inspiring moments, in the heartbreaking moments, in the funny moments. Like I just think, I'm grateful that you guys honestly listen to, like you said. I think that's truly like something I'm so grateful for, because we just have a fun time doing this. And that's really why we do it. But we're really grateful for you guys.
We're thankful for you guys. Keep listening.
Please keep listening.
Share with your friends.
Yeah. Like we said, it's a community. And as much as we can build our community to just be there for each other and support each other, especially as women in sports, I think that's incredibly important. Yeah. So, that's, guys, thank you so much for listening.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. This one came from a place of like passion and love. So appreciate you letting us open up. And that's all we have on Calling the Shots. And again, happy Thanksgiving.
See ya.
Bye.